Hi, I'm Becky, the Technology Assistant at the Lakeville Public Library, and this is Technology Time. Today I'm going to be showing you how to download ebooks. Today we're going to do the iPad. The first thing we want to do is find our Wi-Fi. For that we click Settings, and the Wi-Fi is the second option. Here is the Lakeville Public Library access. Some Wi-Fis will need a password and they'll have a lock next to it. Ours is an open access, so you can just click it and it'll find it. Once you find a Wi-Fi, it'll automatically connect it every time you enter there with your iPad. So we'll go back by pushing the home button, and now we'll go to our App Store to find the library app. Click the App Store. You want to search for Overdrive, which is the company that manages all the library digital books. Once you type in OVER, it's going to be one of the first ones that pops up, as it's one of the most popular free apps that there is. It's this one right here with the blue with the O. We've already downloaded it once, that's why it's showing that it's in my cloud. But it'll normally show up with a free button right next to it, like this one here. If we click our cloud, then it'll download to this device. And you'll see that as it's downloading, it'll have a progress bar around the circle here. When it's done, an open button will pop up next to it instead of the circle. All right, you can either click open, or if you click your home button, it'll take you back to the page that it downloaded on. And your Overdrive is the blue with the white oval. And you click on it, and it opens up the app. This is for Overdrive 1. We're going to skip through this later. First, we have to authorize our device with our Adobe ID. We already have an Adobe ID for the library, but you'll want to get your own. And I recommend you use the same email and password that you do for your Apple ID so that you don't forget it. You only have to do this step once. You put in your password, and then you click Authorize. You only need to authorize each device one time. If you have a phone and you want to download things, if you have your iPad, then you have to authorize each device. So right now it's telling you have no books. We have two options. We can swipe to find our menu, or we can touch the menu button. Either way, the first thing we want to do here is we want to add our library for the Sales Inc. network. So you click Add a Library. You want to search by our zip code. 2347. Search. And Lakeville Public Library is the first one that comes up at the top. So we'll click it. You click the star to remember the Sales Library Network. If you have library cards in other networks, you can add many different networks to the account, such as a OCLN or a CLAMS or a Boston. You can add all those and have access to multiple sources. So when you click Sales, it's going to take you to your account. And this is where you're going to need your library card and your PIN number. And this is how it looks. And if you were using a computer, it would look like this as well. So first you want to click Sign In right here. And this is where you need your library card. The library card number is the whole barcode on the back of your library card. And the PIN number is typically the last four of your phone number that we have on file for you at the library. You want to have it remember your login device, because you're not using a public device, so you can have it remember, so you only have to put in your library card and PIN this one time. Click Sign In. You can see the progress bar that you can see up here that it's actually doing something. And then it takes you back to the front page of the catalog. The next thing I'm going to show you is your account, which is the second icon over here. When you click that, it'll come up with 4 different things. You'll have your bookshelf, which has everything that you've downloaded on. You have up to 6 items that you can download at a time from the digital library. It tells you how many are checked out, how many remaining you can check out, and how many holds you have. So what you can do next is you can see your holds. If you click holds, I don't have any on hold at this time. And then you can click lists, and I'll show you more about lists a little bit later. You can have a wish list so you can find everything that you'd like. And then there's settings. And I recommend that you go to settings and change everything to a 21-day download. That way it doesn't get taken away from you before you're done, and I can show you how to return it early when you are done. So you can set ebooks, audios, music, and video to as much as you'd like. You have maturity levels as an option. If you have kids using your iPad and you don't want them to see things like romance novel covers, you can switch it. You can have it not show any covers at all down here, and you can have it change. You can change the contrast for visually impaired people to a higher contrast. The most important thing here is to click save when you have set all your save. Click the save button when everything is done. That way it remembers what you've done. The next thing we want to do is we want to click the sales logo to go back to the front page of our catalog. And that's when you have this menu button. To make this blue bar come and go, you click menu and it'll move that way and this way. You have a help. If you need some help, you can go to Overdrive help right here. If you want to search a specific title or author, you can search by going right here. So what we can do next is we can find something we want to download. Let's go to historical fiction. You'll see there's multiple icons. So there's black, which means it's available to download right away. And gray means you have to put a hold on it. That means all the licenses to that title are already being used. So this one's available for right away, so we'll just download this as an example. You touch it, and everything will show up. You have to borrow, you can do a sample. If you click the flag, it'll add it to your wish list. So you can add multiple things as you go to your wish list to find easier later. And then you can click more to get more information on the title if you'd like. It tells you everything. So now we can click borrow. And it's going to take you to your bookshelf. We have everything that you have downloaded already. Once you're at the bookshelf stage, you click download. You have options. If you have a Kindle, you'll download the Kindle book, but we're using an iPad, which is an Adobe EPUB. So you click that, and then confirm and download will pop up right away. And it's loading it to the title. So now it's downloaded, and so now we need to find your book. When you're here, you have a menu icon right here. When you touch that, it brings back up your menu. Right here is your bookshelf, and this is where everything you've downloaded to this device will live from Overdrive. And that's going to give you a quick tutorial. And right here, you'll see every book you have is sitting here waiting for you. To return it, you touch it and hold it, and the options will show up at the bottom. You can return it right here. You can delete it from this device. If you don't want to return it, but don't want it on this iPad anymore, you want it on your phone instead, you can do that. If you want to return the title, you click return. Shares, if you're into social media and you'd like to put it on Facebook that you're reading this title, then you can do that. So to get out of it, you click it. To open up your book, you just click the cover, and it shows up just right here. To turn pages, you click on the right side, and the pages will turn. If you want to go back, you click the left side. So let's find a page with a lot of text so you can see how the controls work. To bring up all your controls, you touch the center of the screen. Your menu will pop up. Your controls at the bottom will pop up, and so will your chapter lists and bookmarks pop up here. So let's change our font size. Click the A to change your font size. We'll make it a little bit bigger. We can make it a bold font or a different type of font. And we can also change the background to a sepia or a black if you prefer. Some people like the black on white. I prefer the sepia. You can touch the wrench and the screwdriver, and that gives you options for your text alignment and your spacing and your margins. You can really customize this to work best for your eyes, however you like to read. It just crashed, so we'll just go right back into it. Whenever you open up your Overdrive app, it's going to give you the option to continue reading wherever you left off. And it's always going to remember where you were. So if you find a page, if you're reading this for a book club or anything like that, and you want to mark a page, we can just go through here. There's a little flag icon up here at the top. When you touch it, it'll add it as a bookmark. You'll see the big bookmark comes up. And then when you touch the center of the screen and you touch the list right here, that's when you can close your table of contents and find your bookmarks. And it'll have everything you bookmarked in it. You touch it, it'll take you right back to that page. To get back to the catalog once you're done, just click the center of the screen and then click your menu icon and just click your Sales Library Network. It'll take you right back to your catalog. And you can keep searching and add more. For example, maybe I want to add this Beverly Lewis title to my wish list. I'll just click that button. Oh, that's added to my wish list. To find my wish list, I go back to my account. I click my lists. Touch wish list. And everything that I've come across that I might want to read is now easily to find right here on my wish list. So let's go back to your book. You click the menu button. Your bookshelf is where everything you've downloaded will live. I'm going to pretend that I'm all done with this book. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to return it. Click return. And then you just click return once more and it goes away. And now it's back to the library. So let's go back to my network. I'll show you one other thing. Let's put matched on hold. So say I want to read this and I want to place a hold on it. So you see the place hold comes up, option comes up. I can touch place hold. What it's going to do is it's going to give you put your email address in twice and you can have it automatically borrow it once it's available. It'll send you an email that it's done that. Or you can unclick it and you can have to manually go download it. But once you get the email, you only have 3 days to check it out. So it's good to have that automatically. And then I just place the hold. And then I will get an email when my hold is available, just like you do with a book at the library. If I want to see where my holds are, I can click View Your Holds. You go to your hold list right here. You'll see I'm on hold. I'm number 2 out of 2 on the waiting list. There's 2 copies in the library. It tells me what email my notification is going to go to. The other option you have with the iPad is you can download audiobooks. So the audiobooks will always have a headphone next to it, not the little book. And you can click and borrow the same way it's just like when you borrow a regular book. You download MP3 audiobook, and you'll see up here how many files it has. Audiobooks are bigger than regular books, so that it has a few more files to download. But once they're downloaded, it's on your device, and you don't need to be connected to Wi-Fi to listen to. So you can click it and go to your bookshelf, and you'll see it's starting to show up. The little arrow means it's still downloading. You can open it up. It's going to let me. Yep, and once you open it up, this is what it looks like with an audiobook. The controls are very simple. It's play, forward, back. This is volume. You can go forward 15 seconds or back 15 seconds, and it has a sleep timer. So you can, if you're listening to it before you're going to bed, you can put it off for 15 minutes, then it'll automatically turn off, whatever is easiest for you. Hit play, and there it goes. Easy enough. And it's the same as when you download a regular book. It's going to show up on this bookshelf. You can come down to the library any Wednesday between 3 and 6, and we'll be here to help you one-on-one if you have any technology questions. Or you can swing by the library anytime that we're open with brief questions and ask for me, and I can help you. Thank you for joining us for Technology Time with Becky.